what would you say right now to someone that this movie is going to do for them, whether they're a believer or not?
Yeah, I think for believers it's going to reaffirm their faith. I think it's going to energize their faith. I think they may walk away understanding better why they believe what they believe. And I think they're going to be motivated to invite their friends who are skeptics or who are spiritually confused to come back with them to see the movie a second time and then to have a conversation about it. I think for the non-believer who comes, we tested this movie with non-believers and they love the movie. They love the story, which really was gratifying just because on one level it's just an entertaining motion picture. But there's an underlying part to it with the evidence and so forth. And so my hope for them is they'll do what I did and check out the evidence. Christianity is unique among world religions because it invites investigation. It makes claims of history that can be checked out. And so I hope people are launched on their own investigations to come to the truth of who God is.
Now, after all these interviews, everyone just keeps on telling me, this is not, Jesus is in this, right? Yeah. This is really a love story.
It is.
Right?
On a couple levels. Yeah. For us, we were 14 on a street corner about half a mile from here. She was with a friend of mine. She went home and told her mom, I met the boy I'm going to marry. And
you knew like that?
Yeah. And so we got married. She was 19, I was 20. And so it is a love story there, but it's also a love story with God in us.
Absolutely.
And that God met Leslie where she needed to be met.
Right.
She didn't need all the evidence.
Right.
She had an experience where she met Jesus and knew it was true in her heart.
But you were a different story.
I was a different story. But you know what? God met me where I needed to be met. He gave me the evidence. He showed me the evidence that I found persuasive. Right. So I love that about God. It's a love story where he said, I love you so much because you're you and I made you that way. You can meet me in a way that will resonate with your personality and the way you look at the world. I think that should be encouraging to everybody.
Absolutely. Now, okay, so the other, the one thing that really strikes a lot of people, because, when I would bring this movie up, or just the book, to people that have never heard about it, the first thing I tell them is, this is really about the evidence, right? This is an investigation. It's really just as objective of a look as it can be. Now, you, talk to a lot of scholars and historians. At what point was your turning point? Which, was it a certain historian that just laid something out to you and you were like, whoa, light bulb?
It was like a cumulative case. It was like scales, and you're putting evidence on the scales. And it was slowly tipping, And then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on November the 8th of 1981, the scales tipped.
Okay.
And it's hard to identify that last bit of evidence, but I think among the most persuasive is the fact that I thought the resurrection was a legend. And it took time for legend to develop in the ancient world. But we have a report of the resurrection of Jesus, including named eyewitnesses and groups of eyewitnesses, including skeptics, that has been dated back to within months of the death of Jesus. That is so immediate, you can't just say it's a legend. That was a key bit of evidence. And the fact that we have 9 ancient sources inside and outside the New Testament confirming and corroborating the conviction of the disciples that they encountered the resurrected Jesus. That's a lot of historical data. So I was just kind of, the scales just boom.
Gotcha.
And I said, I have no choice. It would take more faith to maintain my atheism than to become a Christian.
Gotcha. So, you guys have how many kids?
Two kids. They're here, and our grandchildren. There's our grandchildren.
Our daughter's here with her.
That's my daughter. She's in the movie as a 5-year-old.
Okay.
And those are her kids.
Okay. Now, how does your faith impact your children?
They're both serving God. My daughter's a novelist. She has 6 novels that have been published that are fiction, but they all have the gospel woven into them.
Okay.
Our son is a scholar. He's a PhD in theology. He's a professor at Biola University in California. They're a seminary. He's written half a dozen books as well. He writes for the Harvard Theological Journal and other academic journals. And my granddaughter in the white sweater, who's 11 years old, just led a little kindergartner to faith in Jesus.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're seeing the next generation pick up the mantle and take the baton and carry it on into the future.
That is awesome. Can I ask one more? I love you, I promise. Rapid fire question, because I have studied apologetics. I'm in seminary right now.
Oh, terrific.
Top 3 apologetics for any skeptics out there.
The books?
No, just any in general, just some name drops.
Oh, some names, some great apologists. William Lane Craig,
Yes.
who's portrayed in the movie.
Yes.
Ravi Zacharias,
Yes.
another great one. I think Tim Keller. He's
one
a
of my
pastor,
favorites.
but he's great.
Yes.
He's a terrific. I never
Yes.
met him. I love his stuff, though.
Yeah.
I recommend it to a lot of people. You know who's also terrific, in addition to Josh McDowell, his son Sean McDowell is a PhD. He's a professor with my son at Biola University.
Really?
They're professors together.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at
so
that.
he's a great. You know what? We are on the cusp of a golden era in Christian apologetics. We have so many great, and I'm a professor at Houston Baptist University. We have more women apologists at our university than any other university.
That's amazing.
And we need more women
Yeah.
in apologetics, and we're getting them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you
man,
very
great
much.
to meet you,
Thank
sir.
Thank you all.
God
Thank you.
bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.